Mars: The Last Silence.
Chapter 1. The Ghost Signal.
Time, humanity's greatest hope, and its most ruthless enemy. The year is 2054. Humanity has reached its ultimate milestone. On the desolate plains of the Red Planet, a new world was born. But today, there is only silence, a silence that is screaming. While Earth celebrated a triumph, Mars became a graveyard. We traveled 225 million kilometers away to find a second home. But at this distance, there is no one to hear your plea for help. Something has gone terrifyingly wrong. Something we never predicted. Then, out of the darkness, a signal woke up. A ghostly transmission. Distorted voice: is anyone receiving this? Please, do not come here. The voice belongs to an astronaut declared dead 3 years ago. The signal is broadcasting from Sector 4. The Forbidden Zone. Sector 4. A place where logic ends and nightmares begin. The dead are speaking. And they are sending us a warning. Something is moving out there. Something that shouldn't exist. Stay away, they said. But curiosity became our downfall. The world was told that Mars was a paradise in the making. But behind closed doors, the truth was being suffocated. Space agencies are hiding a reality that would ignite global panic. Mars wasn't our new home. It was becoming our cage. We have crossed a line that should never have been touched. There is no time for regret. They are already here. Is this our new frontier? Or the final tomb of mankind? Mars, the last silence. Because out there, no one hears you die.
Chapter 2: The Dream versus the Death Trap. For decades, we've been sold a vision of the Red Planet. A promise of a new beginning, a clean slate for humanity. Promises made by billionaires and space agencies alike. They promised us glass domes shielding us from the void. Lush hydroponic gardens providing life in the dead desert. A paradise where nature and technology live in harmony. A new frontier for the human spirit to conquer. A place where our children would grow up under 2 moons. The dream of a green Mars was almost within our reach. Life, blooming where nothing has lived for billions of years. But dreams are often used to mask a much darker reality. But the reality of Mars is a biological meat grinder. The soil isn't just dirt, it is a chemical weapon. Saturated with perchlorates, salts that destroy biology. Chemicals that can dissolve human lungs from the inside out. Every breath outside a filter is a death sentence. Then, there is the silent killer, cosmic radiation. Radiation so intense that human DNA snaps like brittle glass. It rearranges our very blueprint until we are no longer human. On Earth, our atmosphere protects us. On Mars, you're naked. The invisible fire of the sun burns through every shield.
Survival isn't a guarantee, it's a constant, losing battle.
Imagine a world where you can never feel the wind on your skin, trapped behind layers of steel and lead for the rest of your life. Where the only sky you see is a digital projection on a ceiling. Where a single microscopic seal failure means total catastrophe. Your entire family suffocates in less than 60 seconds. No air, no sound, just the cold vacuum of the Red Planet. The psychological toll of Earth sickness is a ticking time bomb. Why are we really there? Is the risk worth the reward? Is Earth truly dying? Is this our only life raft? Or did we find something beneath the dust, more valuable than life? Something the public was never supposed to know about. We were sold a dream. We woke up in a death trap. And now, we can't leave.
Chapter 3. The Psychological Breakdown. The greatest threat on Mars isn't the cold or the radiation, it's a silent predator that lives inside the mind, it's the silence. When you look through a telescope, Earth is just a tiny, flickering blue speck, and that isolation becomes a physical weight, crushing your spirit. Every sound is artificial, every breath is mechanical, and the mind begins to crave a sound that isn't there, the sound of life. On Mars, there is a 20-minute communication lag. A gap of silence where, if your life depends on a single question, the answer is always late. The signal crawls across 225 million kilometers of empty space, and by the time Earth hears you, it might already be over. Waiting, wondering, in that 40-minute gap, panic begins to grow because the lag isn't just technical, it is the distance between life and death. Psychologists warn of space madness, a total detachment from reality. In 2040, during a classified simulation, something broke. A crew member turned violent, gripped by an impossible delusion. He claimed the red dust was whispering to him, telling him secrets. Is it just the human mind snapping under the weight of the void? But what if it isn't just stress? What if something is changing us? A total detachment from reality, or a new way of seeing it? Something is moving in the shadows of our own biology. Is it a breakdown, or a takeover? Deep within the frozen regolith, something ancient was hibernating. A biological catalyst, waiting for billions of years for a warm, living host. It doesn't attack the body like a normal virus. It targets the consciousness. It weaves itself into your neural pathways, rewriting your very perception of reality. What we called space madness was actually the first stage of infection. The whispering dust wasn't a hallucination. We thought we were exploring Mars, but Mars is exploring us. Beneath the dust, we found a neural network the size of a continent. The madness wasn't a breakdown. It was a connection. Mars is alive. And it has finally found its voice through us. The dream of Mars was a trap. We didn't build a colony, we built a bridge. And now, there is no going back to being just human. The structures weren't built by us. They were waiting for us. We thought we were the first ones here. But we were just the keys to unlock a much older door. The dream was the bait. And the reality is a death trap. The bridge is one way. There is no home to go back to. We are no longer the masters of our fate. We are just components in a new machine. The memories of Earth are fading. Can you hear them? The red planet has finally woken up. And now, we can't leave.
Sector 4. Mystery. Let's return to that ghost signal from Sector 4, located deep within the Valles Marineris Canyon system. Sector 4 is a geological anomaly. Temperatures there rise inexplicably. Official reports claim it's geothermal activity, but the data says otherwise. Something beneath the surface is radiating heat, something that shouldn't be there. Every rover sent to investigate has suffered a total electronic blackout. Within meters of the cave entrances, the machines die. No signal, no data, just silence. It's not just a technical failure. It's a deliberate interference. Mars is protecting its secrets from our eyes. We were blind until they sent the humans in. In 2052, a Black Ops mission was launched. The mission logs were never released. They were scrubbed from history. But a single leaked image suggests a truth we weren't ready for. A structure that defies natural erosion. Perfectly symmetrical. Impossible. It wasn't built by NASA. It wasn't built by SpaceX. This was built by someone else. Someone who was here before us. Was Mars once inhabited? The evidence is becoming impossible to ignore. We are finding remnants of a technology that predates human history. An entire civilization vanished, leaving behind only echoes in the dust. Where did they go? They didn't leave the planet. They didn't escape to the stars. They escaped the surface. As the surface became a wasteland, their only choice was to go deeper. Perhaps they didn't leave. Perhaps they just moved. Down. Deep into the Martian crust. A hidden world, thriving beneath the red desolation. The heat we detected in Sector 4? It's not geothermal. It's the pulse of a living city, right beneath our feet. We are not alone on this planet. We are just the neighbors upstairs. Sector 4 is the front door, and we just knocked. The entire planet is a hollowed-out fortress.
Look at that. It connects the entire planet.
They have been watching us since the first rover landed. And now, the silence of Sector 4 is about to be broken. The mystery of Sector 4 is solved. But a new nightmare is just beginning. Welcome to the real Mars.
The terraforming nightmare. The plan was simple: terraform the planet. Drop nukes on the poles to melt the ice. Thicken the atmosphere. And bring the planet back to life. But nature doesn't like being forced. We thought we were masters of the elements. We were wrong. New models suggest a planetary defense mechanism. A force we don't understand. Mars isn't just a rock, it's a sleeping organism. By trying to warm the planet, we are triggering a fever. We are destroying the very thing that kept its ancient secrets preserved. Are we a pioneering species? Or are we just a virus jumping from one host to another? If we succeed in turning Mars green, what version of humanity will survive to see it? Will we still be human? Or something redesigned for a cold, dead world? One that is still human? Or something evolved for a darker world? The nightmare isn't that we fail. The nightmare is that we succeed.
The ultimate choice. Mars is our future, but it is a future written in blood and bone. Within the next 2 decades, the first Martian human will be born. That child will never know a blue sky. To them, home is a pressurized metal box, and an endless horizon of rust. The question is no longer can we live on Mars. The question is should we? That signal from Sector 4 has gone silent again, but its final words haunt the engineers at Mission Control. It wasn't a cry for help. It was a warning.
号被围干了，他们来了，快走！
The astronaut didn't say she was dying. She said, we are the infection. And the planet is fighting back. Next time you look up at that red dot in the night sky, remember, it isn't just a planet. It's a tomb. And we just knocked on the door.
Sometime we didn't expect them. What's had happened in the Mars? We only accept that we live in the illusion. If you have liked the video, please like and subscribe.